Lately, I've been feeling like I've been moving really fast through life and I've just been keeping up. But I don't want to keep up in life. I actually want to feel my life again. So today, I'm trying something different. Now, bear with me, okay? Because today is going to be like my eat, pray, love day. Not literally, but just like energy wise, high vibes. You know how the movie actually made you feel. If you've never seen it, go ahead and do that. Because I just feel like I've been rushing through everything, rushing through mornings, rushing through meals, rushing through my life. And I don't think that life is supposed to feel like that. Matter of fact, I know life is not supposed to feel like that. I want to start moving slower, being more intentional, and making my life feel like a movie, but not super extra. I just want to steal moments from what I've always fallen in love with, and I want to add those things into my life. This is what I mean. Like this moment right here. This used to just be breakfast, and now I want it to feel like a scene. Nothing dramatic, nothing where I'm reaching, nothing where I'm faking anything. I just want to sit down, actually taste my food, actually pay attention to what I'm doing, actually breathe. I feel like we've been taught that everything needs to be productive. But what if just living your life was enough? Think about that. What if I woke up and I felt like right here in this moment is just enough? What if I just added on a little extra? I put a little spark. I made it feel more like love. I made it feel more like happiness. What if I started slowing down? I actually started getting my head in order, right? That's what most of us need to do. That's where the stress, the anxiety, the worry comes in, because we're so busy rushing through the day that we're not even paying attention or being grateful for the small moments that we have. I don't think I've actually sat down slowly and ate a meal without being on my phone in a really long time. So today, we're not doing that. Keyword, we're not doing that. I've been thinking a lot about the life I say that I want and the life that I'm actually living, and if those two actually go hand in hand. I've noticed that they really don't always match what I say I want, what I'm actually doing, but I'm not going to judge myself, at least not for those things anymore. I'm not going to judge myself for anything anymore. I'm just choosing to do things differently. This is my reset. It's not going to be a dramatic one. It's not going to be a everything changes overnight kind of reset. It's just going to be small moments done differently. Let's think. I don't think pray always has to look like sitting down on your knees or saying the perfect words. This I had to figure out on my own, on some lonely nights and some days where I struggled. But sometimes it's just being honest with yourself, thinking about where you are. Like, what do I actually need right now in this moment? Not what looks good, not what sounds good, but what I actually need. Not what I think people want me to say, not what I think the internet is going to want to hear. But for me, I need peace. I need clarity. I need to feel like I'm not chasing my life, but I'm living it to the fullest with no regrets, no worries. I think that it actually starts with me, with how I treat myself, with how I treat the smallest moments, the smallest parts of my day. This is the part right here that I'm going to tell you that I forget the most. Love. Because we're talking all three of those. But love, I forget at times. Not just from other people, but the way that I love myself. I deserve a life that feels good, not just one that looks good. And I think a lot of us are living lives that look good, but don't feel good. I could be wrong, but hey, I'll never know. So I'm choosing to do something different. And this is your reminder. You don't need a new life. You just need new ways of living the life that you already have. Take time to think about what you want and what that looks for you, what that looks like for you. Eat, pray, and love. Think about those things. Eat, pray, and love your life again. There are times where I sit back and I wonder, am I taking time for myself? Am I actually enjoying what I'm doing? making my breakfast, drinking my coffee, taking time in the morning to really focus on myself, doing my facial routines, taking time to pray, meditate, and not just the regular way. Maybe I'm just taking a shower and I decide I want to sing a song. Maybe I'm just in the mirror doing my makeup and I want to pray for something, but I don't know specifically what that is. Maybe I just sit there and I let God know that I'm thankful. Something I've been realizing lately is that the energy in your house starts with you. It's not about having the perfect space or the perfect routine. It's about how you choose to show up in it. I used to wake up and just go. No intentions, no pause, no being in the present moment, just straight into the day. And then I wondered why everything felt rushed, why everything felt super heavy on me. So now I'm choosing something different. And I'll say that 1,000 times. Choosing something different. I'm setting expectations for myself, not pressure, not perfection, just focusing on how I want to feel in the morning, in the evening, in the night, by the time I lay myself into bed. I want my mornings to feel calm. I want my space to feel soft. I want to feel like I'm living, not just reacting to everything that comes my way. I want control over my life because I'm the author and I'm the one writing this book. So I slow it down. I listen to the eggs when they hit the pan, like actually listen. The sizzle, the sound, the moment. I pour my coffee slower. I smell it. The creamer, the cinnamon, all the things that I love in the morning. I take a sip and I actually taste it. I don't just rush through it. I actually pay attention to how it makes my body feel and what it does for me. I'm not just drinking it to wake up, but I'm actually enjoying it. Because how many moments in your life are you just rushing through? If you want to shift your energy, start small. Pick one moment in your life and be there for it. Maybe it's your coffee. Maybe it's your shower. Maybe it's just sitting in silence for 1 minute, 2 minutes, 5 minutes, whatever you feel like you need. You don't have to change everything overnight. You just have to stop rushing through your life. Because we spend so much time watching other people live, wishing that you had those moments, watching movies, watching vlogs, watching these beautiful, slow, meaningful lives. But what if we brought that into our own life? What if your kitchen felt like a scene? What if your morning felt like something you'd actually want to remember? You don't have to wait for a vacation. You don't have to wait for everything to be perfect. You can create that feeling right now. That is what this eat, pray, love energy is for me. It doesn't really have anything to do with traveling. It's not about the aesthetics. It's about the decision, the moment that you choose yourself over anything else. Even when you feel scared, even when you don't know how it's going to turn out for you, you choose yourself anyways. And for me, that looks like this: slowing down, being present, letting my life feel like something, anything worth living, worth waking up for, worth being happy and proud of every single day. Choosing to enjoy the small things, choosing to create moments instead of just consume them, because I don't want to just sit around and watch someone else's beautiful life on screen. I want to live one. And it starts right here, right now, in my home, with my energy, creating a space for me, with me choosing to actually be in my life instead of living outside of it, watching myself, wanting more than what I've always been willing to give myself. But now I'm starting here from scratch, creating these moments on my own. And I think a lot of us are waiting for the right time, until we feel ready, until everything makes perfect sense. But that isn't how life is really lived. Not in those big moments, not in those perfect moments, but it's lived right here, right now, in these small ones. The quiet mornings, the way that the light hits your kitchen, the sound of something cooking in the background, the first sip of coffee. That's your life. Not someday, not later, but right now. So here's the thing. I've been thinking to myself, if this is the moment, if this is my life, how do I want it to feel? Because it is my moment. It is my life. So I have to question those things daily. Do I want it to feel rushed? Do I want it to feel heavy? Do I want to just check things off of a list? Or do I want it to feel soft, intentional, like something I've actually experienced, not just looking at myself from the outside, living in the moment, is how I want it to feel. I don't want to be in the rat race, feeling like I'm stuck in deja vu or like the same thing happens every single day. That's the question alone. That's my question that has been changing everything for me. Because now I am starting to move differently. I am choosing to move differently. I don't just want to walk into my kitchen anymore. I want to enter it. I don't just want to make breakfast. I want to create moments. I don't just want to sit down and settle with myself at all anymore. It sounds extremely small at times, but to be honest, it's not. Because the way you do the things that are small becomes the way that you do things your entire life. It's the structure on how your life is going to move forward. So if you're always rushing in your life, it will always feel rushed. If you're always distracted, your life is always going to feel disconnected. But if you decide to slow down, even just a little bit, your life starts to feel fuller, more real, more yours. And that's what I want. That's what I'm creating. I want to feel my life. Not just look up one day and realize I've rushed through it all. Not just having memories of being busy, but memories of being present, paying attention to what's happening, understanding how I feel. I want moments of laughter for no reason, enjoying my food, setting in this moment, not just needing to be everything all the time, everywhere. That's the kind of life that I'm creating for myself right now. And the truth is, it's not perfect. And I really don't have it figured out, but I'm being as intentional as I possibly can. And honestly, it feels so much better. I can breathe. Recently, my life has been feeling like Eat, Pray, Love. Do you remember that scene in that movie where she was in Italy and she was by herself, staying in that hostel, and she cooked herself that breakfast with the egg, rolled out a yoga mat, and decided to eat her breakfast on the floor? That's where I'm at right now. At this time, my life is beginning to feel a lot lighter. It feels like I'm finally giving myself permission to live my own life my own way. So today I'm choosing to slow down. I'm choosing to notice more, to smell flowers that are on my cabinet. I'm choosing to create moments instead of just letting them pass by or passing through them without noticing the small details. So if you're watching this, maybe this is your reminder too. You don't have to wait to start living your life differently. You don't have to change everything all at once or even really know what you're doing. You just have to start with one moment, one breath, one slow morning, one intentional choice. And then that will be enough. Trust me, just to get the momentum going. Because those small choices, they add up. They become your days, your routine, your life. So choose yourself, even if it's quiet, even if it's simple, even if no one else sees it, because you will feel it. And that's really all that matters. And that's what's going to take you to the next level. That's everything. The more that I do this, the more that I realize I was never missing time. I was missing presence. I was there, but I was always busy or always having my mind on something else. My mind was somewhere thinking about what was next, what I needed to do, what I didn't need to do, and even sometimes what I didn't want to do. And now I'm learning how to come back to myself, back to my body, back to my space, back to this moment, because this moment is the only one that feels real. It's the only one I get at this time in my life. And I don't want to keep living it like I'm in a hurry to get to the next thing. I want to arrive. I want to be right here, right now, in this present moment. Even if it is just me in my kitchen with a cup of coffee, or vacuuming my living room to lay out my mat, to sit on the floor and eat my breakfast quietly by myself, especially if it's quiet, because that's what I need right now. Because there are some times that I need silence. It's something about the silence. When you stop trying to just feel it, you start to hear yourself again. You start to hear what you're called to do, what you need more, what you feel what's being ignored. And sometimes that's an uncomfortable feeling. Slowing down, yeah, it will sometimes show you things that you have not noticed in a really long time. But it will also give you something back: peace, clarity, space to breathe. And I think that's why so many of us keep ourselves busy, because slowing down means we actually have to sit with ourselves and listen. And sometimes that quiet gets loud. But here's the thing: what if that's exactly what we need? What if everything that we've been searching for is in those quiet, slow moments that we keep avoiding? So now what? Listen to me right here, right now. It's time to lean into that, to let that moment stretch. Don't rush it to fill the silence. Don't grab your phone right away. I'm learning to sit, to breathe. I'm learning to exist. And those are the moments that I feel like myself again, not the version of me that's performing or producing or trying to keep up, just me. And that version of me, she deserves to be here in this moment too. Not just the productive version of herself, not just the successful version of herself, but the soft version, the present version, the one who just wants to fill her life with things that feel good to her. But those soft versions, those present versions, the ones who just want to feel again, that's me. So here I am making this space for her in the morning, in my house, in my routines, because this is where my life is happening. Not in some future version of me, not in some when I finally get there moments, but right here, right now. And I don't want to miss any of it. So if you've been feeling like this and your life feels like it's passing you by, maybe you don't need to do more. Maybe you just need to slow down long enough to actually feel, to notice, to be here in this moment, because your life isn't somewhere else. It's not waiting for you. It's already here. In the quiet, in the ordinary, in the moments you've almost overlooked all the time. And the second that you start treating those moments like they matter, your life starts to feel different. It starts to feel like yourself, like you again. And that's the shift. It's the change that makes everything feel so great. So here's what I'm learning. Who told me that I can't have these experiences? So yeah, I never planned a trip to Italy, even though I want to go. Those are the things that I had to realize. If you want something, you just have to do it. Right now, I'm not in Italy. I'm in my living room eating breakfast and having coffee, but majority of the time, I'm sitting over there. And who says I have to? Who says that I can't create these same experiences right now in this moment until I plan to actually go there? Nobody, right?
So here's the thing. I decided to get dressed even though I was only going to my mom's house because I'm working with my grandma today. And I realized just because I'm going to sit at someone else's house or just because I'm working doesn't mean I can't apply and pull myself together. I had pants that I've been wanting to wear. Felt like I didn't have nowhere to wear them, so I put them on. I had a purse that's been sitting there for years. Felt like I needed to wear it, so I put it on.